There are things that we experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in a corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us, share your story, share your evidence, because this isn't just your story, this is our story. This is GhostBox.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Sunday and welcome to GhostBox Live. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you so very much for joining me tonight. We are having some flashlight stuff happening at the moment, kind of on and off, but I really think it's just needs to be set correctly. It doesn't seem to be working quite the way that I would like it. Whoop, as soon as I went away, it went off. See, it just kind of goes on and off in variables. As you can see, so I'm going to have to reset that clearly. Which is fine, you know, that happens. I mean, for me, setting the flashlight is one of the most constantly annoying things to do, because sometimes you just don't get it right, or at least I don't get it right. Let's put it that way. So that's just kind of how it happens, right? So I just wanted to say hello to everybody. Thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I hope you had a good week. Happy May. I hope that May is a great month for you. It's certainly, you know, in theory, it should be a time where you see spring and stuff. And I don't know if we're going to see that in Minnesota ever, but that is, you know, the dream, I guess you could say. Certainly the dream. I would like to ask everyone, if you would please share this video out. I would really appreciate that, because the more intention, you know, the more we can, you know, hopefully more spirit we can get. And that would be really, really good. So that is something I'm asking everyone to do. Please do that, please. Also, I'd just like to remind folks, I do a Patreon, and I know that Patreons can be, you know, for some, it might not be something you want to do. I was actually going to put up also a donation for for just the GhostBox stuff in general. That includes the Living Paranormal. You know, if you ever want to do a one-off donation or something to help keep us going, I'd greatly appreciate it. It doesn't mean that you wouldn't get, if you don't do it, doesn't mean that you don't get, you know, part of the spirit box or anything like that. It's just that, you know, if you think that what we're doing is worthwhile, please consider in some way supporting. It just helps in every way, and, you know, every possible way, you know, something to think about. So I actually had a PayPal donation too thing that is seemingly is gone. So I don't know what happened to that. So let's just forget that at the moment. Let's see, what else do we have going on here tonight? Just right before I was going to go live, because I was going to talk about the guest for next week, she canceled. So I'm gonna have to find a new guest for next week, which is fine. But you know, a lot of stuff is happening with a lot of people at the moment, a lot of changes. So it is very much something that you have to, you know, deal with. I mean, we're all dealing with changes in our lives, and so as much as it's like, well, it is what it is, it's okay, and we're gonna have her on at some point. That was Linus. I heard some sound. So yeah, this is really annoying. Let's try this real fast. Let's see if we can get this. So it is clearly not spirit. All right. Oh, well, look at that. The ovilist just said bell, Bell. Would you rather make the bell move? If you rather make the bell move, please do so, because this flashlight ain't working for me tonight. Now, if you see a flashlight fly, it's not because of spirit, it's because of me throwing it as hard as I can at something, because it's annoying me, not Linus. Just the flashlight itself is being annoying. So, yeah, there we go. So the ovilist so far has said 3 words. That's 3 words, right? I was gonna say I can spell. It's gonna be a long night, folks. Buckle up. So the first word that come out of the obelisk tonight is evil. And it's interesting how it says evil, like evil. I don't know why it's programmed like that, but it did do so. And then the second word was canon. The third word was the third word was bell, which, as you know, we have our bell ready to go. Is it moving? I don't think so. I can't tell. It doesn't look like it's moving on my end. So we have all that. So we'll see what happens. Let's see here. Just kind of going through some what we call comments. Let's see who else we can summon here tonight. Oh, come here. Come on. Come on. He knows what we're doing, yet he doesn't ever. Here we go. All right, here we go. Cannon, kitty. Look what we have here. Look what we have here tonight. Before we get started, we get visited by the chairman, don't we? Chairman Linus, who still smells a little bit like cologne. Just a little bit. He got into something last night and he started to smell like cologne. And it's like, I appreciate that. I really do. Yes, I do. So, yeah. He wants to find some ghosts, right? Meow. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what we're trying to do here. How do I put this down? How do I put this animal down when he's so darn cute? Right? How do we put you down when you're so cute? Except, do you see where his paws are? He is poised to bite me. He's poised to sink his claws in and bite me. And that's just kind of how it works with him. All right, you've been a very good boy. We're going to put you down, okay? All right, you're so heavy. Oh, well, that was fun. Boy, everyone gives him a hello. Let's see here. What else do we have to say? One other thing I want to talk about real fast before we get started, of course, is on May 10th, we are doing what we call the old Living Paranormal. We did that last week. You all watched that last week from Salina at the temple. That was pretty incredible. That's a beautiful location. Well, on May 10th, we're going to that's a Tuesday. We're going to another beautiful location. It's called the McIntyre Villa in Atchison, Kansas. I've talked about this place. Stephanie O'Reilly, who owns it, she had been on my radio show, and she talked a lot about it. We played EVPs from there. I mean, all sorts of amazing things. So definitely, check us out next, or not next Tuesday, the week after, a week from this Tuesday. We're going to have this amazing paranormal investigation at this beautiful location that is so active. It is so active. And there's some events coming up there and everything. And this is going to be great. I'm really looking forward to this. So this is at the McIntyre Villa in Atchison, Kansas, May 10th. And I think everyone's going to be blown away by the beauty of it, as well as the, just the overall, what you call it, spirits. I mean, it's great. It's absolutely great. So yes, that is what we're going to be doing there. And also, I want to ask you all a question. So on Tuesday, I'm going to be doing experimental sessions again. And who should I reach out to? You can put it in the comments, but also I'm going to put it on my Facebook page tomorrow, my personal profile. Who do you want me to reach out to? And this is what we do with experimental sessions is we tend to reach out to people, beings, things that we may not normally go after, especially in these sessions. These sessions, we tend to reach out to whoever wants to come in, a lot of relatives, a lot of family members. Experimental sessions, and I have some stuff planned, but we're not ready to do that. So I'm thinking Tuesday could be something where we just reach out to either a person, certain type of person. What we've done in the past has been I think the last time we did it actually was John Wilkes Booth. That was interesting. We've done angels, we've done aliens, we've done voodoo dolls, we've done Charlie, the doll that Christy brought in. These are, and what I love about what we've been doing so far, and you all might have a different take on it, but I think these all been successful. I think these all been very successful sessions, and I think that they've been a lot of fun for me. I mean, no, it's like, okay, we're bringing in some energy we're not sure of. Is that fun? I think it is, to be perfectly honest. And also to answer someone's question earlier, canon is with two N's. Okay, two N's. So let's see. Virginia asked, "What kind of cat is Linus?" An annoying one. Okay, let's see. Let's see who else is talking. Okay, no, I'll really answer your question. Linus is a rag doll, and so they're floppy, they're large, they're like living stuffed animals. He is my second rag doll I had. My first rag doll was a little guy named Dave, and he was something else. He was an amazing animal, just like Linus. The cat between those two, it is one called AJ. She was not a rag doll. Very different personalities. They're all very different personalities. But AJ, super gentle, super kind. Dave was super gentle, super kind. Linus just has a large personality. He truly has a large personality. He is somebody who is very. He's very. He shows that he is unhappy. He shows when he is happy. He's a very visual animal. You could see it on his face. Like I said, like I go downstairs, he'll try to trip me. And he doesn't do so because he wants to see me hurt. So I think he does it because he wants attention. And he's not thinking, oh, this is stairs, I'm going to get you. That's a cat. A cat's not going to think that. And I say it that way because Linus's previous owner, she had given Linus away once before to somebody, and they said that he was doing this to them, and they gave her an offer: either you take the cat back, or we're taking Linus in and putting him down. And it just actually chills me even to say that, seriously. And she's like, of course I'm going to take him back. So she had Linus for a number of years until her and I crossed paths, and she saw how much I loved him, and she had different ideas for animals she wanted to bring in, and she offered me Linus, and I took him. And that was 4 years ago, 5 years ago, something like that. And so it's just been that's our lives. That's Linus. So it's really really something. Now, okay, Amanda's like, let's do aliens again. We should at some point, and I don't know if it's Tuesday or not. Kimberly is like, let's do Hitler. I don't mean it like that. I want to do Hitler. That's who I want to try, because we just had, for the radio show today, we had Gerard Williams. You may not have heard him because we had a lot of technical difficulties today, but we had Gerard Williams on, and he wrote a book called Grey Wolf: The Escape of Adolf Hitler. What do you all think about that? Does that freak you out to try to bring in Hitler? I mean, we've brought in John Wilkes Booth. I don't take this lightly. You know what I mean? I don't take this as like, oh, let's try this, let's try that. I want it so that it's not a gimmicky. I just want to have communication. And the stuff that Brad had sent me, and I'll talk about that on Tuesday, Brad Webb, I think will play very well if Hitler can't come through in English. So that's what I actually do want to do, Kimberly. I really do want to do that. Virginia's like a celebrity. Brad's like Bigfoot. You know what? We should try that sometime. That's a great idea. Let's see. JFK. I mean, that's a good idea too. Thomas Edison. You all are on the right path here. Okay. I just want to say you are all on the right path. None of you are saying anybody who just died, not any, I think we're all on the same page with this. I really appreciate this. I could try to reach out to Hi. I'm not sure who that is though, Seth. Salem witches. Wow, that's a great one too. Let's see. You all have some really amazing suggestions, and I think I'm going to keep going back to this pool. I've thought about that. I've thought about Hartnell actually. These are actors that played Doctor Who. I've thought about that too. Let's see. I mean, and that's just it, folks. I mean, I would not be opposed to that. I mean, I'm not. The thing is, like what we talked about Hitler today on the show. I was very honest when I said that I am, even as a child, I was fascinated by his death because like um, it didn't feel like that he had died. So, and I was very careful. It's not because anyone like I think he did good things or anything. I'm just very curious about him, and I agree. I think that this is all really good. Good. If you could hear it, I hope so. I hope so. It was kind of a nasty mess up of communication today of about like electronics and whatnot, and that was really unfortunate because it's a good guess. He's going to come back on, so I'm happy about that. Let's see here. Nope, and I get it. And if anyone doesn't want to tune in on Tuesday, I mean, listen, I've been reaching out to voodoo dolls. I spoke plainly to a Ouija board, so I get where you're coming from, and I will be very clear about who I'm reaching out to. So if it's not someone you want, if this is to anybody, not someone you want to hear from or something, it gives you the option not to take part, and I would totally understand. Let's see here. Okay, I'm not going to go through all of these because you all have so many great ideas. But when someone says that I'm doing something good, I'm going to put that up on screen. Um, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine, Barbara. I cannot even imagine. And then Anne Frank. Wow. Yeah. So that's what we have. And then over on my personal profile page, a lot of great suggestions also. So thank you very much for that. Tonight, though, what we're going to do is we are going to have just our normal Sunday session. The normal Sunday session, of course, being that we want to bring in relatives, we want to bring in people who are positive, and that they are wonderful, either relatives or whatever else coming through. That's really what I want to do tonight, and I know a lot of you would like to do that as well. Let's see here. Do I have any shows coming up that I'm going to be on? I don't think so. Apart from Living Paranormal. And then next Sunday, we'll figure out who we're going to have on. The thing was, I was going to do one question readings next Sunday. And Nicole, who is the psychic medium I was asking to do this, she is unavailable. And that is totally fine. We will get her in at some other point. There's plenty of weeks in the year to bring in talent, and that's what we're definitely going to do. So that being said, let's reach out to spirits. Just looking through comments. Ovilus just went off. Well, what was that? I heard it talk and there's no new word. So that's interesting. And Susan is like, what about Jeffrey Dahmer, Gacy, or Bundy? Absolutely. We'll just have to really bundle ourselves up, won't we? Now, there are people, and I just laugh at this, there are people who I've known to investigate who have, like, in these investigations, taken, like, women and threw them up against walls and stuff, and they're like, oh, I'm possessed. I don't want to hear any of you doing that, especially for bringing in serial killers, okay? Just saying, I'm not responsible for you people, okay? Behave. Yeah, Marcy's like protection. You got that right. You got that right for sure. River Phoenix. That's a. I mean, so you all have some really interesting suggestions. I also would love to channel the the Lutzes. As far as like the Amityville house, like just channel the house. Can we do that? Can we? Can we? There's just a lot. Like, I asked permission if I could like do a spirit box session from here with Annabelle on the other end, and they don't even respond. So it's like, okay, whatever. But what's stopping us from trying to channel Annabelle? And don't tell me because it's in a case that is protected. That's your decision whether you want to go with that or not. But it's certainly something that we can do, and that's what in my mind, that's what the experimental sessions are for. I know it's not going to be a favorite amongst people because they're going to think we're trying to be gimmicky or whatever else, and that is a fine line. But we brought through Mother Mary. Okay, we did. I don't care what anyone says. We brought her through. So that's something else right there. Okay, we did that. Let's do some protection. All right, feet on the floor, folks. We're gonna do a protection. Starts at the heart, and all we're going to do is we're just going to kind of slow down a little bit. Do you have a stressful day? I had a stressful day, just with the show and some other stuff, and it just when you do these. From no matter what end you're on, whether you're on my end or on your end, we have to let all that go the best we can, right? We just have to let it go. So just take a moment, take a couple deep breaths, please. If you have it, get a swig of water, like I'm going to do. Make sure you're backlit in purple, because that's the only way to do it. And I still see more great great suggestions coming in. This is good, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now from here, just imagine that you are surrounded by loved ones. You are surrounded by your spirit guides. You are surrounded by anybody who could possibly love you. And plus your own positive energy. You have to have your own positive energy, okay, folks? You have to also be positive. If you're not positive, then that's going to be difficult. So you got that, and just think of the white light in your heart, okay? And then just let that light grow and grow and grow. And the purpose of this light is simply for protection and love. We want to bring in spirits today that want to speak with us, but we only want to bring in spirits of love and light, love and above. We only want to speak to our relatives or anybody who wants to come through, but you have to be of love. We only want to speak to spirits that are beautiful and that they see us as beautiful, okay? How are you all feeling right now? I feel pretty good. I feel pretty relaxed. That it's amazing what that does. Just that protection, just stopping and just having some protection. Okay, I think that is really important to do. So we have all that. We have my flashlight that keeps going off. So we have that. That's interesting. And I really do not believe that there is anything that is paranormal with the flashlight, apart from the fact it knows when I'm switching to it, and it literally turns off the second I switch. Okay, is it going to turn on now? You going to turn on for me now? Yeah, I didn't think so. So this is what we're going to do, okay? Let's start here. Spirits, we want to talk to you. There's a number of ways you can do so. Please consider talking to us any number of these ways. You can come over here. You can set that off. For folks like Amanda, who doesn't believe all the lights work, All right. Happy, Amanda? And of course, it's made Linus very unhappy to hear that noise. There's a flashlight that you could turn on. It's been turning on. I don't know if that's you or not. It's a spirit. If so, please continue to do so. You can also put your words through here. There's been a few words that have come through. Thank you very much. I don't know if you are spirit or not. If you are spirit and wanting to talk with us and communicate through the flashlight, can you turn that off for us, please? Can you turn that flashlight off for me, please? All right, that's great. If you are, and I'm not certain that you are someone who's trying to talk to us or whether or not you're just a flashlight that is improperly set. If you're trying to communicate with me, can you turn the flashlight back on for me, please? Can you turn that back on for me, please? So that we know that you are actually trying to reach out to us. Okay, so you're not trying to reach out to us. Okay, so that is just a bum flashlight. Here's the thing, I might need to replace the batteries. Hey, you, chairman of the cats came back. Let's see here. You can also, as I mentioned, your words can come through. You can swing this bell. It came through, that word came through there, so you can use the bell. Let it move for us, please. We'd love to see that. You can move it as fast as you want where it makes a sound, or just move it back and forth. We'd be grateful for it. That light is going off because it's the Linus detector, the blue light, and guess who's by me right now? So we got that, and then of course we got this little guy that is going to go off for us. Yes, I only have one. The other one seems to go off like nonstop. Now it's interesting, the flashlight has not gone back on at all. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Let's figure this out, right? What do you have to say about it, huh? Do you think this has something to do with spirits? Don't you just want to grab his little toe and just go crazy? I have to be careful. He's gonna rip my face off, aren't you? And rightly so. All right. You mind if I do a spirit box session now? Hmm? He's like, no, you can keep petting me. All right. All right, pumpkin. Oh, good boy. All right, let's do this. Right? All right. You got to go around me now. All right. So I don't roll over you. So much. Who's coming through right now? That's a good question. So the last piece of equipment that we'd like to ask you to come through and talk to us is this device right here. You can hear your voice. I don't know how often you hear your voice. I don't know if you hear your voice at all. I don't know how you all communicate, but you can hear your voice and we can talk. Try to talk in real time. This is the best way that I can hear you. You can use me as the conduit, and your voice can come out here, okay? And we can have a good time. We can communicate tonight, okay? Anyone else trying to talk to us from somewhere else? Excellent, 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 excellent. Let's see here. What are we doing here? I keep saying that because I'm looking at a lot of different things right now to see, just because I'm making some decisions on networks and stuff, and I'm just seeing where we're landing on certain things. So let's turn this on. All right. Let's talk to spirits. Let's have fun. Let's reach out to loved ones, okay? Let's see who comes through. Energy seems to be there tonight, so let's see what happens, okay? Last time I used this was in Salina. Good evening. Who's in here with me tonight? Not sure. Thank you, Renee. That's very kind of you. I really do appreciate that. So I hope that you get something out of this tonight. Let's see here. I have a lot of people watching me tonight. Do I have any of their relatives here with me? Could you answer through here, please? I don't know what that was. Do? Can you all hear it all right? Can you turn something on over here for me, please? This will be me, folks. Can you do this for me, please? Can you replicate that for me? All you need to do is go near the antenna, like where my hand was. You're all quiet tonight on us. Now, somebody said bell on there. Okay? Can you make the bell move? All right. Why don't we do this? And that, why don't we see if your brother can come through? I'm going to move this real fast. I don't like where this is. Now the spirits are going to come through because I moved my laptop. Now I'll do my best for you, Annette. I am looking for Annette's brother, Rob. Okay. Rob, can you come through for us, please? Can you come through for Annette? Boy, you're all hearing a lot of stuff. I'm not hearing anything. That was a full sentence. Annette, if any of the voices sound familiar, could you let me know? I don't know if you're getting anything out of it though. Remember you heard thank you. Rob, is that you? He hasn't come through yet. That sounds like Doug. Well, I'm going to be honest. I personally haven't heard it, but maybe it's something that's meant just for you to hear, which is great. I just thought I heard your name in that. Like a nerd. Anyone else hear that? Or am I just losing it? Because I thought I heard Annette's name come through. Now, Doug, did you come through for Annette? Are you here? Hey there. Doug, is this you? Doug, is this you? Can you turn the light back off for us, please? Awesome. Thank you very much. Doug, are you here for Annette? If so, can you turn the light back on for me, please? Andrea? I heard Andrea. Like Andrea. Doug, do you want to come through again through the light? Can you do that for us, please? Let's see here. What do we got here? That came through? I missed that. Okay, so you all heard Andrea too. Is there anyone here named Andrea watching? Adrian, huh? Boy, I mean, maybe it sounded that way. I mean, when I heard, it was like, Andrea. Are you Andrea? Andrea, do you need to talk to us? Female voice responded. Andrea, are you here for somebody? Can you tell me who you're here for? Can I get a name, please? But I'm glad you're saying it. Doesn't make it I'm right either. Her birthday's today, huh? Are you trying to talk to us? Or trying to reach an Andrea whose birthday is today? Can you turn a light on there for us if that's the case? Yeah. You heard Gerald's name through the box? The box. You know, I think you're all trying to come through, but I'm having trouble hearing you. Could you speak a little bit more clear if possible? I don't know what that requires. Probably energy, right? Lots of energy at this table. There's a light behind me. Like, what was that? It's my hand. There's a light behind me. You can take that energy. A light right there. You can take that energy. You can't take our energy, though. This is our energy. You're not allowed. And I know it was last week, but remember we got Jess's name through the obelisk. The obelisk 4, not the 5. Let's see what we can do. It's really interesting hearing the different voices coming through in the inflection. Jessica, on behalf of your friend Christy, I'm asking if you would say something to us, please. I understand we're coming up on the anniversary of your death.
That's right.
That's right. What a male voice. Could you say Christy's name for us, please? We got some love you. Is that for Christy?
You're not
going to be annoying tonight, are you? Good. Good. If I blink, the sound of the blink will scare my cat. But this thing going off doesn't do anything for him somehow. I don't understand. Jessica, were you trying to reach out to Christy? It's interesting. A couple of you heard Robin, and I talked over someone. Now, Catherine heard your name, Christy. I don't know if you heard anything. I personally did not. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. Okay? I watch that. Watch your brother. A number of you are hearing some really interesting things for sure. Jessica, feel free to talk to us whenever you want, okay? Feel free to say whatever you want, whenever you want, or make a device go off for us so that we know you're here. Whenever you want. I'm just saying from now until I shut it all down, do whatever you need to do to get our attention, okay? I don't know why I got a drain of energy. I think I'm going to wait on this then. Only because I'm trying to keep the energy and the vibrations higher tonight. We'll try some other time, okay? If that sounds good to you. Now, Jessica, is that you? If that's you, could you turn that back on for me, please? Let me just ask, since I put the name up there. Leon, is that you? Whitey, if that's you, if you came through, can you turn that light back on for me, please? I'll be back. You hear that? A male said, I'll be back. That's interesting. Now, Andrea, I'm special. I think we got him in here, actually. Let's just go with it. Leon, are you here? Or do you prefer to go by Whitey? You prefer to go by Whitey? No. Did you hear that? No. I'm feeling that. That's why I thought, okay, let's try, because I'm feeling that energy in here right now. So you heard nothing special? I heard I'm special. Interesting. And then Catherine heard my pleasure. Whitey, did you like A Life of Crime? Hey, Len, nice to see you here tonight. Your Nana, Virginia, you mean, has she passed as well, or is she, like, you mean that he is with her? All right, let's take a look here. I'm reading comments. Okay, thank you for that. I appreciate all of that. Thank you. Okay. All right, Virginia, let's see what we can do here. My husband Carlos comes through tonight on April 25th. He passed away 3 years ago. It's been 3 years since he's gone. I know that we've tried to reach out to Carlos before, Virginia. Did we get him? I don't feel like we got him. I don't remember for certain. Let's see what we can do. Carlos, your wife Virginia is here. She'd love to hear your voice. She misses you. Could be one of those nights, isn't it, Linus? Carlos, can you come through for us, please? Come through for Virginia. Can you say her name, please, for me? Forget it. Some interesting stuff coming through, but I can't verify it. I actually thought I heard Virginia, but it was not clear at all. It was the cadence of the words, and that doesn't really count, does it? Carlos, any chance that you could say hello to your wife? It may not be easy at all. I understand that. Thank you. Interesting. So interesting. It's going to comment again. Whitey, are you still here with us? Robert's a name that always comes up in my spirit box session. Robert, do you want to come through for us? Robert, are you here for me? That name has been with my spirit box session since literally day one. Just reading what you're all saying. Who else here wants to come through? I think it's possible, actually.
A little different.
A little different, yeah. Yeah, it's very possible. I certainly thought about that too.
Okay.
One of my favorites is Go Home Robert, and I'll play that for you all, actually. Do you have anything that you want to tell us before I close down? Then I will shut this session down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Robert does live in my basement, but I do not believe that it is about him. This is a name that has been coming up in my spirit box sessions for about 11 years or so. So this is something that I'm not 100% sure what it is or where it's coming from, but it's he's been there, and sometimes I feel like I get answers, sometimes I don't. It feels like though that this is somebody who's with me, which is very interesting. Let me show you all real fast. See if I can come up with it. Let's see here. This is from the Morris Jamel Mansion, and this is a what you call a recording of his name coming through the spirit box. I'm going to play it again. It's pretty well defined too, isn't it? His name and everything else. So it's very much like, could it be? So yeah, there we are. That's that. Now I'm not going to cross over spirits tonight. I don't have the energy for it. So this is where we were able to get some stuff through. Not a lot tonight though, and I think that also has to do with my energy. Like I said, a lot of stuff happened today, and there's been a lot of stuff going on and stuff I'm waiting to hear about. So I'm just hoping that you'll understand that I don't do the crossing every week. I'm going to do it when I feel like I'm able to do it. At the end there, we weren't getting anybody coming through at all. So that is just something that I just figured tonight we're not going to do crossing. I'm certainly not going to do one on Tuesday, especially if we go the route of Hitler. This sounds so bizarre to actually say that, doesn't it? So that I mean, to me, that's super, super interesting stuff. Now, also, I just wanted to clarify, not verify, clarify something that I said when Christy asked for her friend Jessica. I reminded her that the name Jess came through the Ovilus on last Sunday when we did the live investigation of the temple in Salina, Kansas. And the thing about that, we did that, and that wasn't during the. I don't think that was actually during the investigation. That was during the event the night before. And what ended up happening, I was using the Ovilus 4, which is not what's out there. It's an older version of the Ovilus, and it's set to male voices saying all the words that come up. Like when you hear this, it's going to be male voices, because you have the option all male or all female talking. And is like, it was, words were coming through male, 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 and then all of a sudden it said Jess, but it was with a female voice. And I've never heard that way before, where it's actually using a female voice with when I have it set to male voices. I thought that was really interesting. I don't know. I thought that was pretty incredible. So right now, okay, I'm going to ask, are you Jessica? If you're Jessica, can you turn the light back off for me, please? Okay. So you are not Jessica? If you are not Jessica, can you please turn the light off so I know who I'm talking to, please? If you are somebody else that's coming through trying to talk with us, can you turn the light back on for me, please? Turn the light back on for me if you are somebody else trying to communicate with us. So are you Jessica? If you are, can you turn the light on for me, please? So there you are. That that is just how that goes. You know, it's hard to know sometimes, right? It's hard to know. And so I would not put that into the category of that's Christie's friend. You know, it's too important to get wrong. It's too important just to be like, well, it turned on when I was talking about her, therefore it's her. You know, that's the thing that I really try to let people know about it and ask them to think about is we want that spirit communication so badly, but you got to do it right because people's feelings and their emotions are attached to it. So to be like just arbitrarily be like, well, it kind of turned on. Let's just say that that it's Jessica. Then you can't do that. You know, we've had very a lot of you have been watching with me for so long. We've had some um, really strong responses with the flashlight that was just exactly when we were asking the questions the flashlight would respond. So that is boy, I tell you, you hear your name every 5 seconds but you don't believe that the stuff I have is actually working properly. I don't get you, Amanda, I really don't. And look at you, what is wrong with you people tonight? I'm getting to it. Holy cow. Are you all like in a hurry? Do you all have a date to go on tonight? My goodness. Um, let's see here. Let's get these figured out here. Um, for those who want to leave, let's close the session down since apparently it's Linda's show tonight. Let's see here. This session is closed. And spirits are not allowed to communicate with us unless you are a family member or loved one. If you've just been passing through and do you like our energy, you're not allowed to stay with us. We will be opening a session again that you can communicate with us. So let's see here. Just kind of trying to read through comments here real fast. I don't remember where I was because you all interrupted me. This is your fault, not mine. Oh yeah, absolutely. And Catherine must be from the UK, calling it a torch, or from Ireland or UK, Scotland, in that area. I would suspect. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, I'm just reading through comments again. So I think we are all in agreement that we are going to try. Doesn't it sound silly when I say this out loud? We're going to try to reach out to Hitler on Tuesday, right? That's the plan. We're going to try to reach out to Hitler and see what we can come up with there. I think what needs to be reminded to everybody, just like we were talking about with like your relatives coming through and whatnot, or that we're not trying to every time a light kind of comes on, oh, it's her, that sort of thing. At the same time, this is not meant to be gimmicky. And I know that this is kind of gimmicky to ask for Hitler, or as Renee just pointed, you should ask for Himmler. Also, I mean, I think you're absolutely right. Let's see who else is there, and just kind of see what happens. But I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this tonight. I'm going to say Tuesday. I'm going to say it in all the stuff that I use for the public. This is not meant to be a gimmick. This is not meant to be insensitive. This is meant to be, can we do it? I mean, it's one of those things. If you can do it, should you do it? And I don't think that that's the case either. But that's been something that I've been trying to just talk about. And they do sound odd. The problem is that there's so many people in this field. I mean, I could stop the sentence right there, but there's so many people in the field that and this is whoops, where are we here, Amanda? That's totally fine. That is and just so we're all clear, and the people who are watching who are agreeing with me, let's see what happens. None of us like what he stood for. Okay, that is why we're just seeing what we can do. But I didn't like what John Wilkes Booth stood for. There's a lot of stuff that we had to be careful about. I understand where you're coming from, and I get that. But just know, if you take one thing away from this, none of us like what he stood for. Okay? And I know that you're just putting that out there, but please, that's the thing we have to be very clear about. We're not doing it because we worship him or anything. We're just seeing if we get him. I had an expert on the show who believes Hitler, that is, escaped to Argentina after the war, that he did not die. That's what we're trying to do. It's not because we like him in any way, shape, or form. I cannot be clearer about that. What time Tuesday? There's a guy here locally who has a set of china that belonged to Hitler. Well, that's odd. I mean, I did not expect that. We were 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. And that's the thing that I would like to ask. Did he get away? It might be a no-go. I mean, I don't know if he can communicate with us in English. I don't know that. And yes, absolutely. That's why I say it. That's exactly why I say it. So I'm just waiting. And all my comments aren't showing up exactly the way I said. So that's why you got to be careful, because people could be like, "Oh, you're just like him. You're just like him." So, but that's kind of what it's all about. And see. So, and Amanda, I totally understand you not joining us on Tuesday. And I know there's going to be others as well. But once again, it's not because we thought he did good things. It's just, we're just curious, to see who come through. Can we get him to come through or not? So far, in my opinion, we've done a really good job reaching out to who we were hoping to reach out to, and that's why we want to do it. And that we just talked to Gerard Williams about it. I'd like to ask him why he did what he did. That's interesting. Let's see. The guy's father is in World War II, brought back a large collection of stuff from Berlin. Huh. I think that's an interesting statement. I just want to see if we can get him. I don't think you can not have bias if you're trying to reach out to someone like Adolf Hitler or anybody that's history. We know what history is. There isn't, in my mind, and I don't know if this is what you're talking about, Linda, there isn't like a judgmental, like, well, maybe, it wasn't quite the way that we heard. I mean, no, there is, in my mind, there is no gray area, but there is what are we, can we try to reach out? Can we try to reach out? And maybe that is what you mean. I just wasn't 100% sure. I don't know what this one says. Yeah, that is pretty cool. There's some interesting stuff there for sure. So that's what we're planning on doing on Tuesday. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we can talk about. It's getting later. Just remember, a week from this Tuesday, we're going to be doing a Living Paranormal live investigation of the McIntyre Villa. And we're going to just try some great stuff over there. That place is pretty amazing. Maybe I might try to play some of the EVPs that Christy and Steph have given me about that place. If you are interested in getting a hold of me, you could just send me a friend request. That is totally fine by me. You can follow me, but you don't. I'm not really into the follow. It's like, if we want to be friends, let's be friends. Also, you can like my page, MN GhostBox, as well as Free Spirited. So there is a lot of ways that you can take part and enjoy. Let's see. Yeah, well, that's very cool, folks. I could keep you all night. You got stuff to do. You got to go to bed. So do I. Thank you all very much for everything. Thank you. We'll be back on Tuesday, one way or the other. And Greg wants me to remind you all on Wednesday is Metaphysical Crossing. That's where they do also spirit box sessions, and yep, they sure do, as well as like Estes sessions and stuff. So that's going to be Wednesday. Watch me Tuesday. I can explain more where it's at. It's the Shadow Hunter Paranormal Events page, I think is what it's called. I can never get it quite right. So definitely check out what Greg's doing. I'll post that stuff on my page as well. I think you asked me to be on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't read my messages, but I think that there's that. So that being said, folks, metaphysical, Amanda, is the spiritual side. You know, that's when, like, mediumship, you know, the use of, you know, talking, the bringing spirits forward, talking to spirits, you're taking care of yourself on a spiritual level. That's all metaphysical. If you're doing Reiki, that is metaphysical. You know, if you are talking to spirits, that's metaphysical. And it's what binds, I believe it's what binds us all together. And when I got into the paranormal, a lot of people were like, well, we're investigators and mediums, they do their own thing. And one of the things that I've always tried to do, and I'm certainly not the only one, and I'm not claiming to be the one that has made it better, but is to bridge that gap between metaphysical and paranormal, because they are not different. You know, they are the same. Oh, that's right, I'm on Drunken Oracle a week from Wednesday as well. So there's that. And what I do is metaphysical. And what you do is metaphysical. And we're a metaphysical group of people, basically. And those who are only into paranormal, that is totally fine. But there is, I think, great mileage to be taken from the fact that you can bring out spirits and do it through mediumship. When people say that they talk to their technicians using the spirit box, that is metaphysical. You are reaching out to a spirit that is watching over you, who's assigned to you, and who wants to help you. I don't quite do it that way. Greg does, other people do. I do it a little bit differently, but it doesn't make it better, worse, or anything. It's just different. And so some people, they'll just turn on the box and hope that something comes through. Folks like Greg, myself, others, the goal is to call them in before call them in before you start talking with them. So there is that. Let's see here. Yes, very much so. Very much so, Amanda. And that's, like I tell you, do another session with a medium and start opening up those chakras. And I think that you have been, and you will continue to grow from that. All right. And with that, folks, as being said here, we are all a metaphysical family. And I agree. And some of you, if you're going like, I don't believe in that, I don't like that, any of that stuff, that is totally fine. And that's the point. We can all exist in the same space. It's okay. Everyone, I appreciate all of you. My energy wasn't quite there tonight, but I certainly still appreciate all of you. And I'll see you all Tuesday. Take care, everyone, and have a good night.